never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give the praise, the honor, and the glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, bishops, elders, and up-and-coming elders, and new men in the faith, and the few Akwaf that listen and subscribe unto this truth. Peace and mercy be multiplied unto all of you. It's the brother Dama Agabar from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify and give you warning from Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And I open this lesson up with Ecclesiastes 12, dealing with never trusting thine enemy. All right. And who was the main enemy of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who represent the 12 tribes of Israel? Ultimately, it's Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, dealing with his, America, the EU and NATO, the beast, this government. It's schools, so-called educational institutions, it's medical field, it's information and news. All of these things are really, pawns and weapons of the enemy, Esau Edom, to deceive, to hurt, to harm, and to mislead you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans every single day, man. Which is why this man cannot be trusted. This is why, we have to filter everything that this man says and everything that this man does through the word, through the scriptures, because it gives us the ability to identify Esau Edom. We know how he operates. We're not ignorant of his devices, man. And once you know and learn, about Esau through the spirit, you know that he means he means you harm. He doesn't mean you well. And even if he comes off, humble and sincere and looking as if he's really trying to help you, you have to know that he always has some type of ulterior motive, man. All right. That's just his nature. All right. He's going to harm you. He's going to hurt you. His whole intention is to have you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in constant rebellion and constant sin against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, your God, man. So this man can never be trusted under any circumstances, man. And I'm going to come back to this Ecclesiastes 12 because I was reading this article, man, and it just further shows you why this man is not to be trusted and further validates the point why we say that this man is the wicked. He is the devil, the deceiver, the liar that the Bible speaks of. See, this is from InfoWars. It said, mass did not do nothing. They wrought havoc, you see. The one thing you have to understand that Esau's blessing is the sword, And we know that his sword comes in many, many, many forms, man. He weaponizes everything against all things that are true and all things that are righteous. So this devil uses information. He uses medicine. He uses the news, TV, the air, the food, the water, everything at his disposal. It comes with a weaponized, a weaponized purpose. But he hides it as beneficial and helpful and, honest and true. But it's really deception on every level, man. And I say that because this article says a lot, man. And it just further shows you why, this devil is not to be trusted. And, each day that goes by, he's just showing himself to be untrustworthy and a liar and a deceiver and a damn demon, man. A prime example is look what's happened over there in Ohio after that train derailment. Now the information is coming out that shit is wreaking havoc, man, that it was deadly. It was very hazardous. It wasn't safe. But what did he do? He came out and said, oh, it's safe. It's OK. You guys will be fine. We took care of it, which was a damn lie, man. But let's read into what the damage that these masks are causing, man. So this is why going forward, man, hey, whatever this devil presents on TV, on CNN, through the government, through whoever else, these institutions that's going to come out and be the spokesperson for this damn devil, you better take heed, man. And 9 times out of 10, it's all inverted. So whatever he's telling you he's trying to do is really the opposite. So take, everything this devil says needs to be taken with a grain of salt and analyzed and scrutinized and researched, because it's never what it seems to be. All right. It says the New York Times opinion piece on mask is too late and it is wrong. It says it's not true that mask mandates did nothing. Yes, it's true they did nothing to halt the transmission of what, but the mask mandates damaged us all. See, the imposition of masks without evidence was an appalling step for supposedly enlightened and democratic countries. Health professionals lied and now have lost our trust. See, because who were these health professionals They were coming under the leadership of these elites, under the international bankers, the true movers and shakers and kings of the earth, which are the biblical Edomites, the wicked. And these different health professionals, which are brought and paid for by those devils, was doing the bidding of the wicked, man. You see? And what did it say? Health professionals lied and have now lost our trust, you see? Which, Esau, you should never trust this damn devil, like I just read in Ecclesiastes, man. And the more that he's trying to bring in this new world order, the more the lies are going to come, more the deceptions, and more you need to be on guard and be wary of this damn devil, man. All right, and be pricked with these words and these warnings that we're telling you as concerning this man. It says politicians lied too, although that was less surprising. But people still believe these politicians, man. Show you that a lot of these people, like the scriptures say, the simple believeth every word, man. Scriptures also tell you that Satan himself has transformed himself into an angel of light. So this devil will come off and he'll tell you some shit. It might sound good. He had the guy with the suit and the doctor with the lab coat and the credentials and all this shit coming on TV, telling you that, oh, this is good. This is this is that. But really, man, remember, it's all lies, man. It's all deception. You see? So you got to be wary, man. It says people with hearing loss, autism, and PTSD suffered unnecessarily. Babies and children's speech development and learning were impacted. People with serious lung conditions felt pressured by social conformity and authority to wear masks at cost to their health. Teenagers develop acne, communication curtailed, and we were separated. Human interaction was generally ruined. Masks were uncomfortable, you see? And all this took place and all this damage happened just over something as simple as mask wearing, man. And this devil knew exactly what these masks would do. It was all a psychological operation. It was rituals. It was ultimately set up to cause damage and separation and to harm people, man. To get people sick, we see, and it's telling you how all these children suffer, how these adults suffer. We got dumbasses still driving around with full-blown masks while they're driving in their cars, man. They're still under that mind control, under that psychological operation that was, brought upon them by, these devils, man. It says masks were dropped on the ground and now litter oceans and add to landfills. Look at that, man. See? Harming everything, not only people, but it's harming the environment. It's harming the oceans, the sea life. Everything has been affected by this man's lies and deception as something as small as a goddamn mask. So what about everything else? See? It says, if you knew they didn't work, then the mask wrapped around your face was a painful restraint, trapping the truth and humiliation in your covered mouth, you see? And that's ultimately what that mask wearing was all about. Because at first when they came out, remember, even falsifier Fauci came out and said, well, those masks are not really going to do anything. But then he got the memo from his handlers and his bosses saying, look, shut the hell up. Tell these people they got to wear it. All right. We have an agenda. All right. These things are going to cause damage. These things are going to help people get more infected. It's going to hurt children and hurt, all type of people, man. You see? It says the behavioral scientists deliberately exploited the human desire to conform and literally said out loud that the public would do the heavy lifting and enforce masks using social pressure. See? And that's what this devil does, man. He's the wicked, He wants to hurt humanity. He wants to hurt you people. He wants you to be deceived. He wants to benefit off of your pain and your suffering, man. You see? It says, this was the case. If you refused to wear a mask, people stared or even shouted. Twitter shouted hashtag wear a damn mask. Venues denied entry. GPs refused medical appointments to the unmasked. You see? One government insider told me that we are lying when we say masks work. They are a signal, a psyop, psychological operation. And we've criminalized not wearing them. Masks also transfer the blame onto individuals for the epidemic spreading. You see how crafty this devil is, man? He knew that these masks was going to harm him, so he used his witchcraft and psychological operations to take the blame off of him and to put it on individuals. So if you didn't wear a mask, these dumbass people who was believing the hype would attack you, and then the people who didn't wear the mask would attack them. So he had you, fighting against one another, divided and conquered over a goddamn mask and ripping each other's hair out and beating the shit out of each other instead of attacking them. So you can see just how strong and how deceptive and crafty this damn devil is, man. which is why he should never be trusted. Whatever he tells you, it always has an ulterior motive. As you can see, the ulterior motive to all of this mask wearing, the truth is coming out, what they truly want to get out of it. You see? It says, we have people counting the unmasked on public transport, policing each other. It is deeply unethical that we have set people against each other in this way. And you got a lot of people that died for not wearing a mask going into Walmart or coming or getting on the bus, or people beating the shit out of each other for not wearing a mask going into a store or waiting in a line. It just shows you just the sure wickedness and the sure deception of Esau, man. It says, it is deeply unethical that we have set people against each other in this way. It allows the creation of an out-group to blame. If masks gave you comfort, it was not real. You see, deception, witchcraft. The false sense of security may have even made you drop your guard and increase your risk. Mass fervor resembled a religion. They became talismans, good luck rags, and signals of virtue. Seamstress Nina Murden and I created a photographic series, Faith Mask, to illustrate this. Remember, you saw Jake out here, turning the mask into, Jake didn't want to wear a mask, but then you had niggas out here selling Jake Gucci mask, a mask with your favorite football team on it, to where people started to conform to it, and it started to make it be more trendy. They started to wear these masks to where they didn't want to wear them, but they put particular things on them so that it could make them feel more comfortable in wearing them. Like I said, whether it was Gucci, Louis Vuitton, your favorite football team, money symbols, or whatever the case might be, that people, the length people went to go along with the psychological programming, man, which shows you just how simple and impressionable these people truly are, man. See, let me get a precept, man. All right, this man's the devil, man, which is why he should not be trusted, man. All right, like I said, he make it sound good. He make it sound like it's for your benefit and it's all good, but really it has evil and wicked motives behind it. It says, Psalms 55:21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, you see? And all these psychological operations and things that Esau do, they come off in this matter. It sounds good, I guess scripture said in Ecclesiastes 12, he'll humble himself. He'll make it seem like, look, this is the best thing we have to do. It'll help with this. It'll help with that. But really, those words were really drawn swords. And what does the sword do? It slays, it cuts, it slices, it hurts, it harms, man. And that's how this devil operates, man. Everything, especially in these last days, we're going to see more and more psychological operations, man. We're going to see more and more fear-based trauma going on. People are going to be in a constant state of uncomfortability and afraid and scared, to where, they're going to eventually end up giving themselves over wholly unto the beast. They're going to eventually end up giving away their own rights just to feel some type of safety from the damn devil that's bringing the harm, man. You see? So the water Yahweh Shimon Hashai for giving us the inside baseball on the damn devil Esau Edom, and to see how he operates and how he works, man. Excuse me. It says the experts told us right at the beginning we didn't need to mask. See? Then masks were mandated despite no evidence. The Cochrane Review, the Cochrane Review is the final gold standard, nail in the coffin. Read it if you are still in any doubt. Physical interventions to interrupt or reduce the spread of respiratory viruses. So no, it's not true that masks did nothing. You see? The masks didn't do nothing. The masks did a whole lot of damage. They did a whole lot of hurt. And you got a lot of the blood. A lot of the blood is on a lot of these CNN anchors, a lot of these so-called experts, politicians, mayors, governors, presidents, family members, This is a crazy as all hell, man. You see? Which is why this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And you got all these experts. Fauci. Well, what does the Lord say about guys like Fauci? Let me show you this. This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. See? This is dealing with Esau Edom. And everything that literally comes out of this man's mouth is a goddamn lie. Like Joe Biden, creepy ass. His old ass to get on television and straight up lie. Lie, straight, just blatant lie. He'll lie all goddamn day, man, and act as if he's telling the truth. And these stupid, simple people eat it up as if it's true, man. You see, it says, "But ye are forgers of lies." What is a forger? It's a creator. It's like if you're a forger of weapons, that means you create weapons from scratch. Well, this devil just makes up all of these lies, man. And he'll go on national television and speak it into the ears of the public as if it's straight facts, man. And it's straight lies and deception and witchcraft. It says, ye are all physicians of no value. You see? It says, oh, that you would altogether hold your peace. It should be your wisdom, right? So it would be more wise for them just to shut the fuck up, excuse my language, and not say anything rather than to open their mouth and spew these lies and this deception, man. You see, but that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of Esau. So if he's willing to destroy and hurt this many people and children and everybody over a mass, just imagine how much further he would go. He would do things even more harmful, man. He would do things even more brutal. You know, a prime example was the stabby jabbies, man. And we see the effects that's happening. Look at that train derailment. Look at go and Google the effects that is having on the people over there in East Palestine, man. And the future effects it's going to have later on down the line as more information comes out about it, man. See, this man cannot be trusted. This man is the devil, man. And that's why, you know what's going to happen? If you continue to trust this man, and when you're hurt and when you're harmed and when you're destroyed, guess what? Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Why? What does it say here? Back in Ecclesiastes 12, it says, verse 13. It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? And Esau is that serpent, man. So that's why if you buy into his bullshit and you end up, believing him and taking heed after we giving you warning after warning that this man is not your friend, but your enemy, and you get harmed and hurt, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. It's kind of like if you see a guy, or a kid messing with a dog behind the gate, and the dog he's poking at the dog. He got a stick. He's making fun of him. He's sticking his ass in the dog's face, thinking that, he's cool because the dog is behind the gate. And you tell him, hey, man, leave that dog alone, man. Leave him alone. All right. You ain't got no business messing with him. Because if you get to that gate, he's going to tear your ass up. And the kid don't take heed, but you gave him warning. And then finally, the day is going to come to where he's going to be messing with the dog. And somehow that dog is going to get over that fence. And when that boy gets mauled and get his ass ate up, nobody's going to pity him because he brought it upon himself. He should have just left the damn dog alone, just went about his business and stopped poking at him and irritating him and messing with him. It's the same when you deal with Esau, Edom. It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner, and Esau is the man of sin. He is the wicked, the damn devil. So when you go to this devil, with all of his, so-called experts and evidence, and you believing in, trusting in everything that he's telling you that you should do, knowing that he has a track record of being a damn liar and a snake oil salesman and a deceiver, hey, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Nobody's going to pity. All right. So going down, going on in the future, if you continue to trust this damn devil and do all of these things, man, hey, nobody's going to pity you when all hell breaks loose. Just like these people who took the stabby jabby, man. Don't nobody really feel sorry for them because people were warned. People was bringing out the truth. We was telling you that, look, this thing is not to be trusted. This man is lying. He's the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. So now people are saying, I feel so bad for taking it. I should have never took it. Well, guess what? You were that charmer, you got bit by that snake, so literally, and nobody feels sorry for you because you were told, you was warned. But what did you do? You trusted them. You talk shit against those. You called those that was telling you not to trust it sea theorist, and you're selfish. You're only thinking about yourself. You're be a team player, get on the ball, blah, 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 whatever, man. Here it is. These same people that was pushing you to take it and to get it, did none of them motherfuckers take it, man. You had Joe Biden and them people taking those saline shots on TV, faking and pretending as if they was actually taking that stabby jabby, man. Straight demon, man. It says, verse 16, it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart, meaning his mind, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And that's what Esau does, man. Prime example is that article dealing with the whole the mask mandate, man. That was him speaking sweetly with his lips, but he really threw a lot of you people into a pit, into a trap. And now look at the results of it. It says, he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. See? It's all fake. It's all pretend, man. And everything that this devil is pretending to help you, look, know that he's the devil and he's the wicked and he's a deceiver. Everything that he's trying to present to you as help is really harm. It's really damage. It's really something that's going to further hurt you, man, and not benefit you. Now, I'm not saying that on every single case, but for the most part, that's how you should look at it. Whatever he's offering you, especially you got the word free on it, run the other way, man. All right? Because that's how the devil gets down, man. So that was pretty much it on that video, man. I thought it was a crazy article, but this is just how Esau rolls. This is what he does, man. And it would behoove you to take heed and be very aware of who you're dealing with, especially when it comes to this damn devil, and especially as we're going forward towards the end of this society. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all praise, the honor, and the glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit of me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were warned. Until the next one, Shalom.